Hi everyone! I'll give everyone a minute to start entering in, and in the meantime, I'm going to be figuring out how to add in Maria, our special host of today's live. Okay, I believe I click here. Let's see. Hi everyone! It's great to see you starting to roll on in. And I'll give everyone a moment to kind of get as many people as possible on here. Let's see. Just waiting for Maria to request to join and I'll add her in. We got lots of people joining. Hi everyone. Great to see you. Thank you for joining. Oh, there it is. Ooh. It says it's adding, so let's hope technology is on our side today. Oh, hey!
Hi!
It's great to see you. I'm glad this worked and it worked quickly. So,
I know.
you know,
Let's hope
technology.
it works on my end here.
Yes, that is definitely true. So I see someone asking, what is this for? So this is going to be a webinar on how to build an engaging community. And you can apply this both as someone who is joining a community, trying to find your people on Smule or on any app. And the same goes for if you would like to build a community, if you want to be the person, in charge. It is definitely, Maria will go into all the details as we go in, but it takes some, oh, hi Farah. It takes some learning. There's a learning curve, and she's here to kind of teach you that so you don't have to go through it as much as she really did that, from the ground up. So some tips and tricks that will help you. Hey, Claire. So nice to see you guys joining in. Okay, so we will start with some quick intros. So I'm Virginia, and I am a community marketing manager at Smule. And I have the honor of getting to work with a lot of you guys closely, one of you being Maria, who is really a pillar in our community. So we really appreciate you being the first ever person to do a community webinar with us. That was really taking a chance. We're going to learn together through this experience, but I hope you guys have patience with us and are excited to just learn some tips and tricks. So I will let you take away your intro, Maria. Tell me a little bit about you and a little bit about Singtopia.
Thank you so much for having me, Virginia, and I appreciate everything you do for the community. I thank Smule too for the opportunity to be able to discuss community, which is such a big part of Smule. My name is Maria. I live in Columbus, Ohio, and I am a mom of 3, so bear with me. We have a full house. And I have a doctorate in pharmacy, so I am an ER pharmacist by profession, part-time right now, and I stay home, to watch the kids the rest of the time. In that time frame, though, between school and work, sometimes you lose yourself a little bit. And after I had my third child, I was, I let go of my work, I stayed home. And essentially that's when Smule came into my life. And it came at the right time. I have always been in love with music. I play the violin. All of us have been through choir and show choirs and musicals. Well, maybe not all, but in my heart, in my soul, music is everything to me. I'm not a musician or an aspiring artist or anything like that, but Smule has given me the chance to be that in my own way, And so growing up with music, and I'm Greek by ethnicity, so I love international music and Greek music, and I dance. And I had Byzantine music and growing up as well in my home. So it's just really been true to my heart. And so I found the app, and it was just an amazing experience to be able to just sing with so many people all over the world. And I started back 2 months after Smule launched the Sing Karaoke app. So that was, I would say, almost 10 years come this October. So we'll be celebrating my 10th anniversary. That's a long time. And so throughout that time, you know, back in the day when we first started the Sing app, we were like little fish in a big Smule ocean. And it wasn't that big because, you know, we didn't have so many users on the app, but that's what it felt like. We didn't have anything social. We can comment on each other's music. That's all we could do. And so I found two of my bestest friends, Adrienne Sings and Nikki Songs, and we got together from comments, just comments, moved it over to Facebook just to chat a little bit, and we just became instant friends, and we had the same ideas, the same vision. We joined some Smule communities, which were a little bit smaller at the time, but with what we do in our work life and our personal life, we just felt like we could give back to Smule and just do what we can to just enhance the experience, you know, and be able to have people enjoy Smule for what it can give them. And so back in March of 2013, we decided to create Singtopia community. So we just celebrated our 8th anniversary. Yeah. Yeah, I know. But you know, we can't do it without our members. It's like the heart and soul of our community. And we're so grateful. But at the same point in time, we started the community, and essentially, you know, we created new things and new innovative ideas. We became beta testers. I've been a beta tester now since 2013. We built a Singtopia international community in a sense within our community. So we brought multilingual voices into our community. I've also had the pleasure of being a Smule ambassador for the last 6 years, one of the global ambassadors. So I'm just really honored to be here and just talk community. A little bit about Singtopia. Like I said, we've been a community for 8 years. We are vibrant, active. We have amazing members that come in every day. We meet, we connect, we share music, we share stories. We have made strides in member feedback and Smule feedback, which has eventually led to, you know, influences within the app as well. Some of our recent programming, as you can tell, we have Singtopia Picks, which is a playlist found on the Explore page. We've been curating for years, and so we are so honored to be able to showcase talent throughout the Smule community. We also more recently started Pass the Mic, which is inspired by so many of our members and their takeovers. And we wanted to give back to the community and be able to showcase our community members throughout Smule. So, you know, we've been there for a long time. We've been there for our members. Our members are spectacular. So I can't say, I mean, I can't, there's so much I can say actually, but that's what we're all about.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing with us. For some of the people that are asking what this is about, if you joined us a little late, we're going to be going over community, all things community, how to be a great community member, how to find your tribe, find your people, and also how to lead and create a community, build an amazing, engaging community like Singtopia, which is really like such an amazing place. You know, I'm in there, I see you guys, and it's so much love and happiness in there, and that is, we can definitely all use more of that. Yeah. It's also great seeing all the global people in here right now. Someone from Myanmar right now. We have Australia, Philippines, Brazil. Oh, Japan. That's amazing. It's and that's really what Smule and Singtopia is all about, you know, connecting people from around the world. So thank you all for joining. It's really great to have you here. And, you know, let's get into the juice of today. And we can start off with kind of like the baseline. Hi from Ireland. Hi, the Netherlands. That's wild. Really, it's will never stop blowing my mind what a
It really
global
is.
community.
It,
So let me ask you, Maria, how do you go about building or creating a community?
well, first let's start about, what community is. It's a gathering of people coming together with similar interests in, in this case, Smule. Obviously, we are all part of the Smule, the greater Smule community, all of us users. Some of us have branched off to create our own little communities based on the app. And then some of us have also veered off and started Smule groups. So there is a little bit of a difference in the Smule community in general. Communities are a little bit bigger, a little bit more involved discussion, sharing stories, making big changes. The Smule groups are also the same, but they are more focused on music collaborations, group projects, and they themselves are family as well. So I think when we talk about communities here in this webinar, I'm kind of generalizing and making sure that everybody has an opportunity to take what they can to their groups and their communities. So that's what we're gonna kind of go with today. So hopefully everything we discuss about engagement will help both groups and communities on all platforms. So, well, I think the biggest thing is if you're interested in starting a community, you have to have a purpose. What's your vision? Is it something that you want to open up to everybody, to drop their music, have it be a little bit more organic? Do you want it to be a little bit more private? Do you want to build that family relationship? Do you want to have deeper, deep discussions? Do you want to throw some fun into things? Do you want to focus it on where you live, what state you're in or what country you're in? Do you want to find your tribe that way? So what is your purpose? And you also want to make sure that you make it a safe environment. No one wants to come into a community and get blasted. No one wants to feel terrible. You want to make sure that you make it safe and you make it fun and you have amazing moderation, because things that you need to do for your members, the safety of your members, and peace of mind. And that's the best way to have constructive discussions and just steering clear of inappropriate behavior. Make sure you have that all written in your guidelines so your members know exactly and how clear you are about being safe.
That is definitely so important, and part of making sure that it's a positive community space and that people can feel good when they enter it. So I'm glad that you mentioned that. And as someone who wants to create a community, what kind of commitment do you need to create a community?
Well, you get out what you put in. Okay, if you're going to start a community or Smule group or something online or an Instagram account, anything, you really have to start off with 100% commitment. And what you're building really is not about you. It's something bigger than you, because what you're building can influence and can help or hurt people. So you want to make sure that you are committed and you're positive and you build engagement within your community. It's bigger than you. So just know that and understand that. And you need to have a strong admin team. I want to shout out right now to my Singtopia team, Claire Holmes, Chanticleer, and Adrian, Nikki, myself, past admins that have helped us build our community. You have to have strong leadership. You have to be there for other people. You have to, it's a selfless job. I mean, like I said, our admins put in 24/7 moderation. We monitor all the time. We engage. It's just so important to be there for your members. And your admins also, find their niche within your leadership, basically. Are they creative thinkers? Are they, great with social media? Find what you need for your team. Have that dedication. And eventually, really, you have to understand your members. Being in Singtopia for 8 years, we know what to look for. We know the personalities, the different cultural differences that we have in our community. We know when a post is going to go south. We know, you know, when a member steps in and they're like super positive, how amazing that would be. You just have to know the vibe of your community. You want to help the community move along. And so I think that's just really the commitment that you need. You need to know what you're getting into. With communities, with Smule groups, you know, you have to create that music, those group collaborations. That's your goal, you know, so just keep that in mind when you're trying to think about what you want to do.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more doable to have a group of people. That's really great that you have that, like a support system, because it can be a lot of work if you're trying to do it all by yourself. And there's so many great gifts that other people have to bring to the table. And we have such a vast Smule community overall that you can definitely find a group of like-minded people on the app that like want to create something new. So I love that. I appreciate the shout outs, you know, credit where credit is due. Thank you for all of the admins of Singtopia for making it such a great positive space. That's really so important. And what about as community and group leaders, what can you do to build engagement?
Well, I think the most important thing is when you start your community, you want to make sure you welcome your members, people who are wanting to come into your community. I think welcoming them and making sure they know what the guidelines are, having them share their story, share their links, you know, let us get to know you. I mean, our welcome posts have been so amazingly effective when it comes to engagement. I think that's where a lot of us get to know people right away and click on a song and it's like, oh my gosh, this person is amazing, you know? And I think that the members themselves also appreciate a really nice big welcome. So whether you're in Smule groups and you're bringing in someone to sing or to be a part of your family, whether you're in a community, you always, you know, you got to be welcoming to newbies. That's what I call them, newbies into the community. But I think that's really important. Also, you know, you have to keep it light, and you have to keep it focused too. You don't want to veer off tangents and start dealing with other issues outside of Smule or outside of music. But we love to have like fun and uplifting posts, open-ended questions. People love to share their stories, you know, share their music, icebreakers, anything that you can do to get people talking to each other and get them engaged. So I think that is also really, really important, whether you're on any platform. Beautiful graphics or, you know, anything that would bring about discussion, I think is always a good thing. Also, well, we're in Smule, so I mean, group songs are always really fun, and we do things a little differently in Singtopia. Sometimes we have special private links for our members to join, but most often we just want people to get the group song experience. Many people have never joined group songs. Now, whether it's a great group song or it's not a great group song, it doesn't matter. We just want people using the app. We want people to engage and have fun and learn new things. So group songs are always really, really cool. And also, we do a lot of fun month-long celebrations, celebrating Smule-Halloween for Halloween time. I'm sure that many of you have seen that. We do a month-long for winter holiday and Christmas, especially with our anniversaries. We just try and live it up as much as we can and have everyone really excited. And of course, then, you know, you've got your creative and innovative ideas. I think in Singtopia, some of the really fun things that we've done in the past do include our feature programs. We initially featured about 200 plus groups and individuals when we first started the community for the first few years. Then we took a little bit of time off and started doing some more really fun ideas and innovative ideas. I think our mixers are some of the most fun things. If you're in a Smule group or if you're in a smaller community or like a global community, mixers are so fun. And I have to credit Nikki for this, because why not mix people up and have them start OCs and join each other? You know, people find friends that way. That's how they get that positive Smule experience. So mixers and participating in challenges, international collaborations, playlists, anything. But, pre-COVID also, we had Smule meetups everywhere. And I think that was one of the best experiences that I had, as well as many, many other members in Singtopia and across Smule. To meet someone that you have been talking to and singing with for so long is like everything. You have some of your bestest friends on Smule. And being a leader in Singtopia, we get a chance to, help set these things up for everybody. We're there to answer questions. And if we could meet everybody, we would love to. So, but meetups are awesome. And collaborating between communities and Smule users and Smule groups, I think all these things really play into exciting members and enhancing engagement within your community. So I think these are some of the things that really are important to our community. And, we always take inspiration from others as well. But I think that's just really the crux of, staying involved and being engaged as a leader too. The leaders have to be engaged. You can't have a community without participating yourself. So, but yeah, I think those are amazing ways to get involved.
I love that. And honestly, the way all these ideas you talk about, things that Singtopia does to keep the community engaged, they sound so amazing. And I'm sure there are people who have joined Smule and just like haven't been able to find their group, haven't been able to find their niche. So what would you recommend the best way for users to connect with other people and to find their niche?
Yeah, I mean, it's starting simple. Get on the Smule app. Start an OC, listen to your joins. I know some users do have hundreds and hundreds of joins, but try and listen to your joins, connect with people, comment on each other's music. That's how we started. That's the only way that we had. There was no social aspect other than that. So, and that's still primitive, but still important. So be sure to connect with people in the app. If you're interested in groups and you don't know where to go, you can always look for groups on Google or any search engine for Smule communities. You can search hashtags on any platform. Smule groups, you can hashtag auditions if you're interested in actually singing in a Smule group. You can hashtag Singtopia, check us out. You can hashtag your country, your state, whatever genre you enjoy singing, you will find something. But I think the best thing as well is to talk to people, chat with friends, see what they think. There's communities all over the place. There's live jam communities, there's Instagram communities, there's Facebook communities, and Line app. A lot of people use the Line app. So just check with your friends. If you're interested, you should do it, because there are so many things you can learn from people all around the world on Smule. And there's so many really great things that you can gain in communities, with Smule updates and features upcoming, what's in the, down the pipeline. I mean, there's so many things that you can find out. So I think it's worth a shot to try.
I love that.
That's how we all got started, right?
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to start at the simple stuff. And someone did mention what is an OC?
Oh, yeah, an OC is an open call. It's your invite that you record and you send out to your friends in Smule and all your followers. So that's what an OC is. And you can have a group invite, a group OC, a duet, anything that you want to have people join you. So that's what that is. Sorry.
No, that I'm like, I know too, because I just get into the jargon of Smule because we just know it. But it's great that someone asked that, for anyone who is wondering. And whenever we say OC, that's kind of like what we mean, just creating an invite of any sort. And so, let's say I'm a new community member and I found my group. I'm really into jazz. I discovered jazzology. I'm in it. what should I do first?
Yeah, so whether it's a Smule group or a community, the most important thing is you got to read the guidelines of the community. The admin team has that there for a reason. It's best practices within the community. And trust me, you know, as an admin and a creator or co-creator, we have been through it all, every discussion. And so we kind of tailor our guidelines to how we want the culture of our community and or our group to be. So many leaders do put a lot of effort into, you know, creating these guidelines for you, for the safety of the community. Be positive, add to discussions in a constructive way. You got something on your mind, you have questions that you want answered, post it. But at the same time, be kind, courteous, and just be, you know, just be positive with each other, because that always leads to a positive outcome. Well, I can't say always, but most often it does. And communities can make a huge difference, especially when you speak to each other or text to each other constructively, and you become a unified voice. And then that's where you can make big change, you know, within your community, in people's lives, on the Smule app. I mean, there's so many things that, you know, you can do as a member. And really, like I said, like as leaders, you get out what you put in. You can choose to pop in and drop a song and leave. You know, there are members that have asked, you know, how do you guys have all these friends? You know, how do I gain, you know, more joins? And, you know, it's not the same where you just pop in and leave, rather than pop in and have really like discussions and interact with people. Join OCs, comment on your OCs. Look at the posts and comment on the posts. You know, let people know you're there, let people know you care. And that's how, you know, you build relationships and friendships. So it's what you put in, basically. So just be prepared to spend a little time in your groups and your communities and give your best effort, basically.
That is great advice, and I feel like it's pretty applicable across the board. You get what you put in. So there's definitely so many people who are ready and willing to connect. So just got to find your people. And then just in general, as a closing question before we go into our Q&A section, any words of wisdom to give the Smule community?
Yeah, so I think there are creative ways to engage or interact within your community, as we talked about. Comment, support others, suggestions and ideas. Share your stories, share your music. Don't be afraid to build relationships. Ask your questions, provide the feedback, answer back. You know, a lot of times we love to sit back and, you know, see people chat with each other, because people will know, you know, more answers to these questions than, you know, we might. So I think it's really great for the community to engage with each other. You know, just get involved with programming, get involved with Smule, get on Smule and sing. It is like the biggest release for me to be able to just sing even a stretch of time because of my busy household, you know. So I find that time very relaxing, and I just thoroughly enjoy, you know, getting in touch with other people and singing with people around the world. But for the words of wisdom, I think, you know, be you. Don't let anybody tell you anything about you and how you sing and what you do on Smule. Go sing for you and be you. And that's like the biggest thing, because there's a lot of times, you know, people will say, so-and-so said this and so-and-so, am I good enough? You are great. You know, take this time to do this for yourself, and you will find your friends, and you will find your niche, and you will find that special group and community out there. If it's not for you, you can leave and you can look, you know, you can find something that's for you. So just, you know, enjoy and have fun. And that's everything, you know, that's everything like our team stands for. We want you all to have fun. So that's just our motto. And, you know, we just appreciate all the support and the love. And I think everyone deserves that. So that's my words of wisdom.
Thank you. You are a very, very wise woman. I appreciate those words. And even for myself, like I cannot sing to save my life. I keep it in the shower, but
Uh,
I I like, I love hearing that. And you're right. Like, just sing for yourself. Smule is not a place where you have to be, the next Kelly Clarkson or Mariah Carey. Like, you're here to have fun and enjoy
right.
yourself and meet new people. And that's what we're all about. Just have a good time. And you will find that the groups just help because it
Yeah.
makes it so that you can find connections, have those people to join your songs with you. And you're doing it for yourself. This app is for you, not for anyone else's opinions or pleasure for how you sing. It's just about you. So I really do love that. Thank you, Maria. You reaffirmed even myself. I was like, you know what? Yeah,
But I
to
do
go sing
for
a song.
me. I have to because it just makes me feel great. So
I'm glad. Well, let's go into the Q&A section. If anyone has any more last minute questions you want to throw in, send them into the chat now before we end this live. So the first question is, as a group leader, what are some ways to rally the troops for organized group songs? I've tried the group chat thing, but only one or two members seem interested. Any other tips?
yeah. So I'm based out of a community essentially. So like I had mentioned before, for us, we kind of just open group songs and allow everyone to join. In regards to being a little bit more streamlined, it might be, well, let's see, if you're in a Smule group, or if you have a group of friends that want to get together and do some group songs, but you can't really get everyone to commit. I mean, I would probably just think about what genre you want to sing. Is there a popular song out there that'll fit everybody's, vocal preferences? Does everyone want to lead a song? Maybe take that role and see how hard it is sometimes to, make that happen. But at the same time, I probably would refer to maybe some leaders of Smule groups that could maybe answer that question a little bit, more properly. But seek out the popular songs, what genres you guys like to sing, and just make that time to do it. So I mean, just coming from a community-based, background, that would be my suggestions.
Yeah, that's really great because I see people do that in Singtopia. Like if they want to create a group song, they can go on there. And having a group is great because it allows you to already have a resource of people who, they're on the app, they want to sing. So it'll be great to have some people to join in. Yes, I see Natasha saying that it's very hard to lead, but so rewarding. That is very true. It can take, it's work, but when you see that finished product, it's
It's amazing.
amazing. And
I don't know how
I,
many times I would turn something on and my husband's like, whoa, what's that? Well, it's Smule. And it's amazing how these groups, these amazing groups come together and just, I don't know, 50-part harmony, who even knows? There's so many joins, and it's really amazing. It's the quality of music that comes out of any group recording is amazing. So
I really feel like it's the closest thing we get to magic on the day to day. Like when I hear those large groups, especially when they do like a cappella, I'm just like, how did you make it happen? It's amazing. And honestly, what I would say for anyone who's trying to create a group song is there's groups that create group songs. So find that group and you're going to find people who are already ready and willing and love to create group songs. So, go out there, find them, and in looking in, those hashtags, as
yeah.
Maria was saying earlier, will help. And so then our next question is from Roxana. It's, I would love to have some voice coaching. Does Smule have groups for that? So I can actually answer this one because we are going to be having an upcoming webinar that's going to be on voice coaching. And if you guys haven't already checked out, we have a new profile called Smule Tutorials, where it's a space for us to create tutorials and share with you, but also for community members to create tutorials. And we're going to be having some coming up specifically on voice coaching. So make sure to follow on Smule at Smule Tutorials, and keep keep posted on socials and you will see about the upcoming webinar. It's going to be happening next month. So just keep your eyes peeled. And let's see, we have another question. Is Squad Goal coming back again? We really love that. Do you know about Squad Goal?
I'm not really sure what they're working on right now.
Yeah, I was like, I'm relatively new to Smule, so I was like, that does not sound like something that I know about. But they are their own group, so they would probably be the best resource for that to let you know if they're coming back.
Sounds good.
But that concludes all of our questions, and thank you everyone so much for joining. This has been a pleasure for anyone who's coming in on the later half and is wondering what we talked about in the beginning. This live will be saved to our profile, so you can make sure to check it out. You can pause, take some notes, and I wish you all the best of luck on creating a amazing community, joining an amazing community, and just being a great part of the overall general Smule community. We're so glad to have you. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in our next one. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for everything. Bye.
Of course. Bye.